kids are out of school for the summer. Take a look at this graph from 1999 to 2016. The number of car accidents goes up in June and spikes in July and August. Many of those accidents involving teens. Cari Staley welcomes distractions.
You can't help it.
Anything to shut off her surges of grief.
This will happen, and then I'll be gone in a couple minutes.
Cari says the tears just happen, but how can it not?
This was his last picture.
The bright smile is the way she remembers her son Landon, not the way he died.
Because he never did sneak out at my house. You know, I kept a tight rein on where they were.
But the one time Landon snuck out of their Mill Creek home with 3 other teens, this is how it ended.
I know he didn't suffer. I know it was instantaneous.
The group went to Seattle, and on the way back, Landon crashed into a parked semi-trailer on the side of the road in Linwood. Out of the 4 teens inside, only 1 girl survived.
I find it comforting that at least she lived. I don't know her. I don't even know that my son really knew her.
Cari says she thinks about the other teens who died and their families every day. Crash investigators can't say for sure why Landon drifted off the road. Was he distracted? Was it speed? Did he fall asleep? Toxicology reports later revealed that the 16-year-old had marijuana in his system.
Well, of course, every parent will blame himself.
But this mom says her son wasn't a troubled kid. He was a typical teen last July, experimenting and excited over the freedom that comes with a new driver's license.
His mind was in the right spot, but he made a bad choice that night.
She says she talked to Landon about drugs and driving safety all the time.
And I had a talk with him about my concerns because he had already driven with extra kids in the car.
With summer approaching once again, she wants all parents to be vigilant and teens to listen.
We're putting these rules and these boundaries up to protect you guys.
Crashes significantly increase for teenage drivers in the summer. It's known as the 100 deadliest days.
I wish there was commercials on TV that talked about the safety in driving.
And also the pain that comes with enormous loss.
I wanted them firsthand to see raw, watching me go through some of the pain and some of the things I've been through, and maybe think twice about their choices.
Cari's choice is to push on for Landon's younger brother, who in a couple of years will start driving.
The traffic alone and the population alone is so much more than it was, and it's scarier.
The family is always reminded of what can happen.
And all of us wear Landon around our neck. This is Landon's thumbprint and initials, and in the center is his ashes.
Took the supermarket flash from the windowsill.
She also made this video of the 16 years Landon had in this world.
Packed up the photo album Matthew had made. Memories of a life that's been loved.
It's comforting and tough at the same time.
One of her very favorite moments is this one between Landon and his dad.
When I fell down, you'd be there holding me up.
We didn't get a chance to interview Landon's dad because he died from cancer less than 2 years ago.
I love this picture of the two of them together.
Her husband and her son gone from her life.
And I know they're together, I just know.
At least they are now mingled.
Forever in our hearts. And I love it. Oh, yeah. We'll see each other again.
In Snohomish County, Hannah Kim, Q13 News.
Well, I'm impressed she's holding